Dana. Hey, Dana, front and center here in the virtual studio. And we know those of you that are, again, watching us through the live stream, the notifications are going out. Shout out to those of you that are listening in from our talk radio show platform, Blog Talk Radio, those that are listening in from our podcast all across. I got to tell you, the Apple podcast wins all the time. But we appreciate all of our podcast listeners. Hey there, Tony and Winston coming in from Richmond, Virginia. Hey, girl. Hey, we are glad to have you. Listen. This episode is brought to you by my live virtual workshop that is coming up this Saturday, April 15th, called Propel Your Live Streams. If you're wondering, Sharvette, how are you popping comments up on the screen? How do you have banners coming up on the screen? How did you get intro videos? I want to do that. How are you going to be interviewing Dr. Valerie? And I can see you and her. I am going to show you what I'm using, which is StreamYard. And so I have a live 2-hour workshop, Propel Your Live Streams. It is a 2-hour workshop. There aren't any PowerPoint slides. I literally am going to be bringing up the system and showing you step by step. So jump over to joinsharvette.com. Again, that's joinsharvette.com. And we look forward to having you on Saturday. If you can't make it live, somebody asked, is there a recording? Yes, we are recording it. And you also have the option to upgrade to VIP. So that is our show sponsor today, Propel Your Live Streams. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it during our commercial break. So let's get started with bringing our guest up. She is just, waiting in the virtual green room, Dr. Valerie Harris. She is a wife. She is a mother. She's a grandmother. She's a great-grandmother. She's a preacher, a teacher, an author, a life purpose and discovery coach. She's a leadership consultant, and she is a speaker. She's the founder and CEO of Stepping Out with Purpose. And through her company, she provides online courses, personal and professional coaching and consulting, media training, book publishing services. Listen, I see the hearts coming in already, to help aspiring leaders and entrepreneurs gain the confidence and necessary tools to make their life's dreams a reality. I got to mention, she is an author of 5 books, and she is one of our co-authors in our 4th book collaboration, Pearls, which is all out and available for you. Coming live to the stage, Dr. Valerie Harris is with us. Put your virtual hands together, clap it up as she joins us. Hey, Val. Hey.
Hey, Sharvette, how are you?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's wonderful to be here with you today.
Yes. I am telling you what. Listen, Tony said I'm coming for the refresher. Thank you, Tony. Shout out to Tony. Hey, girl. Hey, shout out to Tony. Thank you so much for being here, and for those that are also simulcasting with us. Dr. Val has been so gracious to share this on her platforms as well. So thank you, Sonia, for being here. Thank you, Miss Snell, for being here. Yes. Glory to God. Sis. Awesome. So let's kind of back this train up. For people who are new to you and haven't, maybe met you before, who is Dr. Valerie Harris? Like, how did you get to the space that you're in today?
Well, the way I got into this space today, Sharvette, really, I taught school for 34 years, and I gained a lot of experience from the various vocations that I experienced throughout my career. And so as I retired, I said, okay, what am I going to do? Okay, I got licensed as a preacher. Okay, I'm doing that. So then God imparted into me to do more, to be able to go out there and help women, because I know the struggles I've struggled in my life, and I saw other women struggling as well. And I wanted to be that beacon for them, to be able to encourage them to know that they can make it. Because a lot of times in life, we get beat down. We have fears, and we don't feel our self-worth. And I was seeing that. And I said, God was imparting into me, you need to go and help those women. So I'm here to help women to get unstuck, to fulfill their potential, and to unlock their hidden potential, so that their passion and their drive can shine in the world, because what we have inside of us is not for us. It's for someone else. And what we do is not for us to keep to ourselves. And as we help others, they can go out and help somebody else. So it's like a ripple effect. We help one another. We empower one another to be the greatest that God has, destined us to be. So that's how I got into that space.
Listen, the hearts and the love is coming in already. And I love that what is in us is not for us. And sometimes we can get sidetracked, right? Just kind of focusing on ourselves when really things we are experiencing, dreams and aspirations we have, it's really for other, other people. And so you did a lot in the writing space. So I kind of like, that was probably one of your first introductions into this entrepreneurship world. So talk a little bit about any of the books or any of the recent things that you have. We got Amens coming in already. Yes.
Yes. I have 5 books. And the first book was a talk time with God. And it's a journal where you would, you had 40 days to spend with God and just, learning how to practice being in God's presence. Because any business that you have, anything that you do, you have to put God first. So if you wanted to be successful, and that's how I feel about it. I don't do anything unless I'm communing with God and getting directions from Him, seeking Him in every move that I make, so that that the person that I'm helping, that they will feel the presence of Him through me, so that they can be empowered to do what God has called them to do. So I know that, with spending time with Him and getting directions, that's my main focus. And my business is faith-based. No, I'm not going to beat anybody over the head or anything like that, but they will hear about Jesus if they're working with me, because I truly believe that He is the source of my strength, and He's the one that will empower me and give me that boldness and give me that confidence that I need. Because a lot of times fear would keep you back, and it kept me back. So I experienced that. So, and I know fear is a factor that will hinder people from moving forward into what the dreams that they've had. They just don't know what to do or how to do it. But the fear is the main factor, and they procrastinate. They say, well, I'm going to do this next week, and they never do it. So, but when we rely on Him for the strength and giving us the directions, we will begin to move out and do the things that He's calling us to do. Because all of us, like I always tell my audience, you have greatness inside of you that the world needs.
Yes. Listen, we've got comments coming in. Shout out from the Facebook community that's popping in. Thank you so much for being here. This viewer said, I would love to connect. I would love to connect. So thank you for that comment, viewer. And talktimeval.com. We've got it right here on the screen. If you're listening from our talk radio show platform or from our podcast, just look down below in the show notes, and there's all the contact information there. And if you're just popping in, hey, you're listening to and watching the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show, broadcasting live from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard and seen all across the World Wide Web. And so, Dr. Val, I want to jump right on in. Our topic tonight is stepping out of your comfort zone as an entrepreneur. One of the first places I want to start with this is that sometimes there is an age factor, and you and I just kind of discussed this, and I actually want to lead with this, where people feel like, well, maybe what I'm supposed to do or what I should have done, time has passed. I've been slowful, or too much time is behind me. What do you say to the person who feels like too much time has passed for them to step out and pursue their dreams?
Well, first of all, age is just a number, and it's never too late. If you're still breathing and you can think, it's never too late to start a business. And in fact, many successful entrepreneurs, they start their businesses late in life. And just to give you a couple of tips of things that help me to know this, is that we as older individuals have experience, and experience is the best teacher.
Yeah.
And our life experiences gives us a unique perspective on life, period. And it gives us an advantage as far as business, because of the experiences that we've had with raising a family, doing things, ministries at church. So we learn all these different things, and our knowledge and our expertise, we can use those things as an advantage to help leverage and help connect with networking with people in areas that we might not have experience in, but we have that experience, but the experience that we don't have, we need to know that we can go to someone and get it.
Yeah.
And another thing that I learned is we can't be afraid to learn. I am a lifelong learner.
Yes.
I love books. I love learning. And I feel like as long as I'm living and breathing, I am going to be in a stance of learning things that I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't know everything. So there are things that I want to learn, and I've been putting myself out there leveraging so that I can learn things that I don't know and put those things to practice. Because when you are walking in your passion,
All right.
you're loving what you do, you get up in the morning with expectation. Okay, God, what are we going to do today?
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
excited, you're motivated, you're innovative, you get those creative ideas, that start flooding in. Okay, and you have to slow yourself down. So I just want
Uh-huh.
to let the older women my age, it's not too late, because if you're breathing and you're living, you can learn. And we have to focus on the things that we have strengths in. And we have a lot of strengths.
Yeah.
Yes, we have weaknesses. Yes, we may fail, but when we fail, we get back up and try it again, because that's part of the process. And as if we fail in any area, that's a learning experience that we'll never forget. So we won't go that way the next time. And if we need to get a mentor,
Yeah.
that's another thing. If we need to get, I got coaches. Look, I went and got help. So if
Yes.
it's something that you need, a mentor or someone to help you in your business, there are resources out there that are willing to help us, build us up, and help encourage us as older individuals, and we can be successful in the things that we're doing. And if need be, build a team. I have a group of young women that, if it's something I don't know, and I'm not going to call them out today because they know who they are, but when I call them, I'm like, I need help. I don't know how to do this. And they calm my spirit down, and they said, wait a minute, let me show you. And they show me, and I get it. Sometimes I might have to do it 2 or 3 times, but I
Uh-huh.
get it, because I try to do all of my design. And of course, I don't have a team like that yet, but that's
Right.
coming. But at this point, I know how to do all of my posts. I know how to do all of those things, but I learned how to do those things. And it's very exciting to me to do it. And when I was challenged by you, Charvette,
Yes.
you're gonna come out here and do 8 weeks, I was like, 8 weeks on live?
Okay, wait. Because I want to get to that. You just said some things that were so profound. But
Okay.
what I want to do you mind sharing your age? And let me let the screen get big, because I just want to make sure y'all can see her. Do you mind sharing your age?
I will be 70 August the 11th. I'm
Y'all,
69.
don't she look good, y'all? Don't
Yeah.
she look good? Look, I just needed to make sure that the viewers could get a good view. And you are somebody, I think, that is such a testament in this topic of stepping out of your comfort zone. You are living this, and age is not a factor. If there are
Not a
people
factor.
saying, well, time has passed or what have you, age is not a factor. So I just wanted to shout that out. But also, you brought up such a great point about get a mentor, get help, get a lot of the viewers and listeners. If you think about your corporate job, or you are a therapist, or you're a realtor, you had to get certifications, you had to get
Yes.
licensing. And then we kind of jump over into entrepreneurship, and they're like, what are we supposed to be doing? Get some mentoring. But I heard Ashley Kirkwood say, she's a business strategist. I heard her say, a lot of times people will get a mentor, but they never become the mentee.
Mm-hmm.
And what I can say about you, Val, working with you, you have become the mentee. You were able to mentor other people, but you have become the mentee. And look, let me just show you all the love coming on in. Let me just show you all the love coming on in. Like, yes, Michelle, no way, beautiful, yet looking amazing. Oh, she looks great. Yes, Deborah, thank you, Deborah. Yes, she is gorgeous. So, yes, thank you, Miss L. The glory, yes. And so, so talk about that challenge you got about a year ago now that helped you with stepping out of your comfort zone, and like where you are now.
Well, I was challenged to come out and do 8-week series, okay,
On live stream.
on live stream. And I'm like, really? yeah, you need to be visible. You have a business. People need to know who you are. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So that was really a stepping out moment there. But once I began to do it, and once I learned the platform that I was using, after the 8 weeks, I'm out now about 60 shows, I think. I mean, and I've been interviewing people. So it became a love for me. And I enjoy coming out because my main thing is to encourage, to inspire, and empower the listeners to do something.
Yeah.
Because there's always something that you're not doing that you need to be doing. So, that's what it turned into, me encouraging the audience to make a move, to do something, to step out of your comfort zone, because I know we can get so complacent in a place and think that that's enough. It's not enough.
Yeah.
Because God has not put all the things he's put inside of us to just settle for that being enough. And it's always more to do. So we just have to avail ourselves with the newness of what's out there so that we can polish whatever needs to be polished so that we can be effective in whatever it is that we decide to do. That's why, I love using my expertise to help women in leadership and entrepreneurs to build a business that will create financial freedom, a healthy lifestyle, and to leave a legacy.
So good. And you actually have a webinar coming up that viewers can participate in. Absolutely. The Stepping Out Mastermind workshops coming up April 29th at 9 a.m. Who is this for, and what are you all going to be doing?
This workshop is for women in leadership, entrepreneurs, and it's to take your business. If you want your business to go to another level, this is for you. If you want to move out in boldness and have more clarity and more confidence in what you're doing, maybe to even clarify your vision some more, to identify your many callings, because we have many callings in life. A lot of people think when you talk about a calling, it's calling to preach. That's not always the case. We're called to do many things. So to just clarify and identify your callings and your unique design as a person and what you offer to your audience and to those that you are in business with. And to create a strategy, a plan, an action plan that you will be able to achieve your goals successfully. Because I get up every day with goals.
Yeah.
Now, do I achieve all of them every day? No. But I have a process that I go through, because every day we need to have some goal that we're going to achieve during the day, along with our short-term and our long-term goals. So those are things that we will be doing in the workshop and unlocking hidden potential, because we're walking around with all this potential that we're not really using. It's there, but we need to unlock it. So we're going to have a lot of fun, interacting with one another, networking, women networking, because let me tell you something, empowering women is a powerful thing. And it's not about a big person here or a little person here. We're in this thing together so that we can help one another to be the greatness that we are.
Yeah, so good. And so right on the screen there, talktimeval.com is where you can register. It is virtual, so you can participate from anywhere in the world. It is virtual. You'll see the payment option there on her page, talktimeval.com. Also, if you are on the Mitchell Productions Facebook page, YouTube, and Twitch, we drop the direct link there in the comments for you, so you can go right there and participate in that. And I think that's so profound. I want to go back to this kind of what started as an 8-week Facebook Live series for you over a year ago. Now you have done, I don't want the viewers to miss this. You've now done 60.
It might be over 60 now.
At least 60 live streams where you had never gone live before.
Well, I wasn't live, but I had recorded and it went live, but that was something else, but never live like this. No.
Yeah. And so what have you learned? And how did that kind of, what started out really kind of just a challenge, now a part of your business and your brand? What have you learned by going, doing live streaming, and not just kind of picking up your phone, but you have, a setup similar to mine. You were showing banners and customer comments, client customer and viewer comments. Talk a little bit about, that.
Well, what I had to do was come up with a strategy of how I was going to put everything together, because you can't just come live and you haven't prepared.
Yeah.
The preparation is very important. You have to know what your topic is. You have to have the right content. You have to, make sure you plan how your runs are going to be. And, it's a lot of things that come in place. And a lot of people think it looks easy because we're out here, but on the back end, it's a lot of work. And so you can't just haphazardly just come online and think that, it's okay. You need to have preparation for that, and I prepare for all of the lives, and I prepare before time so that I can kind of look over it and know where I'm going and what I'm going to do, and just make sure my banners are correct and all the information that I'm going to show is correct. So it's a lot of work to it, but it's enjoyable because I like doing it.
Yeah, and the outcome, right?
You enjoy doing it,
Yeah, and I always say preparation boosts confidence.
Yes.
Wherever there is fear, if you add preparation, that's going to increase your confidence. And so for the person that's saying, I want to step out, again, our topic, and those that are just joining us, you're watching and listening to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. We're broadcasting live from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard and seen all across the World Wide Web. And we are excited to be here with Dr. Valerie Harris. And so as we're talking about our topic, stepping out of your comfort zone, do you have maybe 2 or 3 things you would say to the person who is anxious about stepping out? And what would you say to them?
What I would say to them is, when you step out of your comfort zone, there are benefits, because it increased my creativity. It made me more innovative. I was able to expose myself to new experiences. And just to give you one of the experiences, I was asked to come and be a media person at a conference. Now, I have never been a media person at a conference. But I asked questions. I was getting advice, and I knew I was going to have to use this phone right here, because the phone was not really a friend of mine. Now, the computer, if it's something on the computer,
yes,
listen, I got
it.
But on this phone, so I had to learn real quick what to do with this phone. And so in that experience, I was able to do some live captures at the conference with a bunch of beautiful women who were lawyers, who were doctors, who were other business women. That, it was just a gamut of women there, entrepreneurs, teachers, educators, administrators. It was just full of just experienced women. And I mean, it was just very captivating to me that I was able to sit and do interviews with them with my phone and come back and put them on my website so that people could see it. So that experience, it exposed me to doing this has exposed me to new experiences. And even though there were challenges with it when I got there, I was able to come up with the idea to make it work.
Yeah.
So I made it work, so, it helped me to improve my resilience of what I was doing. Even through facing the new challenges, I was able to overcome those obstacles, because I had to use other resources in order to make sure what I was doing was going to work.
Yeah.
And so it also helped me to adapt and thrive in new situations. This was a new situation. I didn't know these people, but it was just wonderful that I was able to blend in. I got to know them. We laughed together. We had a good time. And it was just an awesome, awesome experience. And it also increased my self-confidence.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Talk about confidence.
It increased my self-confidence, because God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And when we rely on him in those situations, it just helped increase my confidence to the point that I was okay. Even though I was in a surrounding where I didn't know people, things worked out.
Yeah.
They worked out. And, and it just boosts my confidence so much that I'm like, that wasn't so bad. And it expanded the network, because even some of the ladies that I met, they were some of the ladies that I was able to come back and bring on my show.
Yeah. All from stepping out of a comfortable place. And so sometimes we don't step out because we want to feel safe. But then it sounds like certainly your lived experience there is that you're going to miss some opportunities by not stepping
Stepping
out.
out. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it also increased personal growth and development because I learned some things. Like I
Yeah.
said, I love learning. I love learning things I don't know. Because like I said, none of us know everything. So it's always room to learn something new. It's always room to improve on anything that you're doing, to develop new skills and to, through those new experience that you have and to learn more, really more about yourself and what you're really capable of doing.
Whoa, I am telling you, this is good. So if there's anyone teetering and saying, I'm not sure if I want to step out after listening to Dr. Val, I think that's encouragement. And can people take small steps? We say
Yes, and
stepping out.
that's what I
They don't have to
did.
be a big step,
It
right?
don't. It don't. You take little bitty steps, but you
Yeah.
keep increasing your steps. And don't stop at the little bitty step, because if you stop at the little bitty step, you're not going to see the full result of it. So you can't say, well, I'm going to stay at this little bitty step. Because just suppose if I had stayed at just the 8 weeks, I wouldn't have experienced some of the things I've experienced coming on your show, going on other shows and things like that. I would have blocked myself, really,
Yeah.
if I wasn't willing to step out and get into that arena and to be able to help others to do the same.
Love coming on in. Tony said, thanks for this. Dana said, step up is the first step. Pastor Kathleen, this is juicy good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so I love this conversation, and I feel like those that are connecting and resonating, that your stepping out mastermind workshop, which is virtual, is a good next step. So share a little bit again about this, this workshop that's available.
Well, it's available for women, entrepreneurs, women in leadership, that want to move their business to the next level and to gain clarity and to gain boldness and to have more confidence about what they're doing, even in their business. Because sometimes even in business, I've had several businesses, but you get stagnant and you need refreshers to remind yourself of who you are and what you're there to do, what you're there to do for others. Because you have to keep others in the forefront of whatever you're doing. It's not about us. It's about that person that I'm going to be able to help push them to step up and step out of their comfort zone so that they can be successful in whatever it is that they desire to do, whatever their passion is, whatever their purpose is, to bring it forefront into their minds and to unlock those hidden potential that they are walking around with.
All right, there you go. Wow, our time has flown by. If there are any quick questions for Dr. Val, I've got a minute or so. Put them in the chat. Thank you, Shonda, over in our Facebook community, Marketing Tips with Charvette. Thank you for being over there. I see some others, Aisha and Karen and Venus. So thank you for those that are watching over in our Facebook community. Again, you can check out charvette.com. We have a full blog post for Dr. Valerie. We've got all her contact information. Matter of fact, you can download the show notes if you're listening from our podcast version or our talk radio show version. Look in the show notes, and there you go. Pastor Kathy, oh my God, I jumped on in time. You are right in time. Thank you, Miss Tyler. She said, good stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, if you missed what we said, I love the perspective of Dr. Valerie as a 69-year-old getting ready to turn 70. She does not let any grass grow under her feet. I can attest to that. She's always using new tools and new ideas and different things and always learning. And it's just a pleasure to kind of just watch you and go from there. So final comments. The goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And we want to know what continues to motivate Dr. Val.
What continues to motivate me is my love for people.
Yeah.
And enjoying life. And just helping people push past the pain, the rejection, not feeling worthy of, knowing that they can do this and if they need help, there are people that can help them push past all of the obstacles and challenges, because in life we're going to have challenges. But just to know that you have someone you can pick the phone up and call, to know that they'll be there to help you, to push you to where you need to be in your life. We are here to help one another, to empower each other as women. And if we keep that in the forefront and not be jealous or envy, that should not play anywhere in the picture. It should always be love. And I love being able to be that resource and be that person to help encourage the next person, to inspire the next person, to empower them to move past and to step up and step out of their comfort zone without any lack, knowing that they're going to thrive as they step up and step out of their comfort zone.
There you have it. TalkTimeVal.com is where you can go and find out more information and details. Thank you so much for stopping by the show. It is always a pleasure to feature you on our platform and just to be connected to you. It is an honor. So
thank you. It's an honor being connected with you as well, Sharvette. I've learned so much from just being in your program, and it has just been very valuable in my life. And so it has really helped me and propelled me to want to do more.
Thank you. Yeah, wow. Awesome. Woo. Such an amazing show here today. I hope that you feel like stepping out, taking even a smaller step. But then Dr. Val said, don't stay at the small steps. Take some even larger steps. And again, this segment was brought to you by my upcoming workshop, which is on Saturday, April 15th. And it is Propel Your Live Streams. So if you're sitting there and you're saying, how are you popping these things up on the screen? How are you showing customer and viewer comments? How is that happening? I want to show you how you can do that as well. And so on Saturday in Propel Your Live Streams, first, let me say, who is this for? This is for product-based entrepreneurs. This is for service-based entrepreneurs. If you are a podcaster trying to figure out how to add video, if you have a ministry and you all have an incorporated video, or you want to do video outside of a service, this is for you. If you are a nonprofit or not-for-profit, this is for you. If you host events, this is for you. And so in this 2-hour hands-on workshop, you'll learn how to engage your live stream viewers with comments on the screen. You'll learn to multi-stream. So doing work once. We are live right now, but we're on 7 different platforms. Technically, we're on 9 because Dr. Val was able to connect 2 of her platforms. So we're streaming on her platforms as well. You'll learn how to do call to actions, incorporate videos, talking points, webinar style, all of that. So go to joinsharvette.com to register, and you have a general registration option and a VIP option. JoinSharvette.com. And also, Dr. Val has a link in her group. I know there's a link in her group. It may be on her page, so you can also connect through her link as well if you are watching through her platform. So it is a wrap for today. Thank you, Pastor Kathleen. Said, "Oh no, I'm out of town on Saturday." It will be recorded, and there may be another opportunity coming up. So we'll keep you posted. So thank you so much. All right. It's a wrap. If you missed any portion of this, Sharvette.com, which is our main website, is a great place to go back to. Wherever you're watching this recording will stay. This video recording will stay. So you can just, when we wrap up, you can just go back to the beginning and say, hey, I need to watch it from the beginning. Or some of you need to hear this again, right? You need to hear this message again. And so thank you for those that are on YouTube. Follow our channel if you like this content. And it's a wrap. I'll see you later on the web. I'm Sharvette Mitchell.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you've been listening to the Sharvette Mitchell Radio Show. Catch Sharvette Mitchell every Tuesday at 6 p.m., interviewing all the stars you want to hear from. So until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. This